still catchy to me, man. I love that song, man. Yeah, they did the thing for that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah. What's good, everybody, man? Black Four Horsemen back in the building, man. We out here doing our thing again. Another Tuesday, another Black Four Horsemen podcast live stream Tuesday. I'm your boy Ricky Fontaine. Y'all know what it is, man. Here with the man from the Memphis 10, but you know what I'm saying. I'm out here on the West Coast. Got my boy Q in the building. What's going on, brother?
What up, Ricky? Man, another week of wrestling. Some a lot of things went down that we need to talk about that I enjoy, especially on Smackdown. So we'll see how the things that happened on Friday. We'll see how that relates to the rest of the week. So,
Smackdown is where it's at, man. Like, you know, Raw is coming behind it, but man, like the new developments. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
and it's funny you said that because I had a coworker that was just talking about how he felt like Raw was a lot better than SmackDown, especially since Roman left. But the last couple of weeks, he's been, man, SmackDown was so good. So it's like now he's slowly coming back around because when Roman was on in the peak of the Bloodline thing, SmackDown was the show.
Yeah, no, it was, and I was with him for a minute there because, Judgment Day started doing their thing or whatever, and it kind of died down with Roman not being there and the title going to Cody and stuff like that. So we didn't have that drama, but now it's starting to build.
Oh yeah,
and it's starting to build to the right spot to where now you got SummerSlam coming. That's one of your four pillars. It's one of your big four. So some stuff about to pop off. Money in the Bank heading into SummerSlam. So we gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna get into it. But hey, before we get into all that, don't forget to, man, like this video, man. Subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube. Subscribe to us on X / Twitter and Instagram at Black Four Horsemen with the number 4 in between there. You guys see it at the bottom right there. Y'all know what it is. So tell your friends about us. Tell your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends. Tell everybody about us, man. We love to have you guys subscribing. So let's go right into it, man. SmackDown. We talked about it, and we're just gonna jump right into this whole Bloodline saga. The show started off crunk. I mean, they came from Madison Square Garden, so it was
going to be special.
It was going to have to be something special happening. I thought somebody was going to come back. I thought they was going to bring Jimmy back. Maybe they'll save that, because I was seeing some stuff out online about Jimmy possibly coming back. Being that there was a big show or whatever. So I was kind of looking for it, even though it didn't, it still hit. But the Bloodline started off, man, coming in, came straight out to the ring, and then another black truck zoomed in behind it. Behind them, it was Orton, KO, and Rose, and they got scrapped immediately. Not even 3 damn minutes into the show, we were having a fight, man. It was great to start off with.
And I like when the show starts out like that, because you already, we had the drama built in from how the show ended last week. Soon as they walk in, hey, look. When they say on site, that would mean on site.
No, that was on site.
On site.
That was on site for real. And got to a point, man, where they had to call in security, and everybody know who the security guards are. These are future.
But you notice like they called in security first, and they beat them up. I think it was a few minutes later. That's when
they called.
Came back and got quote unquote the real police to come in.
The police.
With the pants all baggy and the shirt barely fitting. So, you ever notice that the police they always have police officers, their clothes never really fit. So it's when they threw somebody else clothes on, but hey man, shirt on, go out there.
No, and then this is the funny part about it though, bro, because somebody else came out about it and said something, but bro, them security guards was selling their bro. The stunners and the arcade, the crossroads, dude sold.
Oh yeah, he fell on his neck. Was it like top of his head? And neck went that way. This way. Ricochet
sold that one, man. Like that was crazy. Like everybody know that when you're a security guard in real life, you gonna take a stunner or take something like Vince McMahon used to when he just fall out and just, you know what I'm saying? Or did Linda get stunned one time?
Oh yeah, and she kind of fell over.
Yeah, it kind of fell over or something, you know. But so we all know those are wrestlers and stuff like that. But no, it was still a great thing. And then we're just gonna go ahead and fast forward. We'll get to everything that happened in between time. But the Bloodline, man, with the acknowledgement.
Yeah,
I was tripping about. There was a small thing that I was tripping about. I wasn't tripping, but I was scared of when he asked Jacob to acknowledge him, because I've been hearing the rumblings like maybe they not gonna get along and da 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 da. I'm like, is this about to pop off now? But he ended up acknowledging him, and then that's when I kind of figured out like, okay, it's finna go to Paul Heyman, and this shit about to go left.
Yeah. So, but it's funny how they threw a little of that Samoan language in there too. They were like, you know, Solo, I love you, and he said something else in like Samoan, you know, another language, whatever. Then he said, I acknowledge you, and so I like the way they did that. But when they got to Paul Heyman, and I love it, because even when they pulled the layout, the little red lady for layout, he's like, where you get that from? How'd you get that? And he was really upset, because usually even when he was with Roman, Paul Heyman usually will have that. Either he's holding it or he had it in his jacket. Yes. He always held it. But I love the way that Paul drew it out. Like, Solo, I love you. Everything else, but you are not my tribe. And that crowd went crazy.
That pop was ridiculous. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Off the word not. Before you even get it out, you are not. That's when everybody just blew it. My tribe was cheap, so yeah.
And a couple things here. Paul Heyman is a genius, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You see how he letting the beard grow in? He got the red and puffy stuff around his eyes and stuff. He really stressed out about this.
I saw a report that he did not sleep. He purposely did not sleep the night before, so he could have that look of being tired and worried, because he knew what was gonna happen. Yeah, it's just what he does. Now, what was I about to say? I missed it, because me and Joe were out of town, and I saw the clip of them powerbombing him, and I was like, I want to watch it on the phone. I want to watch it on the big screen, so I'm not gonna watch anything. But as soon as I saw that powerbomb, I looked at Joe and I said, Roman is gonna be pissed. So that's because he even said it. You don't put your hands on this is my wise man. You don't put your hands on the wise man, which kind of come back to another point I'm gonna mention. So this bloodline is tit for tat doing the same thing the original bloodline did. So Solo is quote unquote the tribal chief. Tama is the right hand man. I want to say at one point they did call Jimmy the infamous, but I got to go back and look, because they called him Tongaloa, the infamous Tongaloa. Jacob is his enforcer. You know, Solo was Roman's enforcer, and then Paul Heyman was the wise man. So you take Paul Heyman off the board. Does Bloodline 2.0 get a wise man?
That's what I was reading. But who would it be?
Who would it be? Yeah. So now I saw the people, because everybody they've been trying to get Rikishi part of this story since the start. So does Rikishi come in to be the wise man? I don't know. Now one thing that I had to remember, that the old school that brought back up, is that, remember when Umaga was on screen?
Yeah.
He had Alejandro Estrada.
Yeah.
Hey, pull Alejandro back out to be able to control, Jacob and the rest of the bloodline.
I saw the same post about that, and he actually responded and was like, hey, be careful what you wish for or whatever. Yeah. So he out there playing it up and things like that as well. So that's another interesting thing, because I just saw that today. Maybe this new Wiseman, quote unquote, is going to hit this weekend. What if it's not a dude? What if it's a woman?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't know.
Introduce Tamina back, and she ain't doing anything. She'll just be but she don't talk.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're gonna have to have somebody that's gonna have that same like Paul
Yeah,
Heyman.
Paul
You know what I'm
Heyman.
saying? Because he's good on the mic, bro. He can control the crowd. He can get the crowd involved whenever he wants to. Paul Heyman is vastly underrated to some, man, because like he knows how to get people involved in the matches.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer for more than just what he does on the screen, because the advice and the direction he's given a lot of wrestlers behind the scenes, how to do certain promos, where to be at in certain spots, man, that's all Heyman, and I mean, he deserves his flowers definitely. Yeah, I'm going to this is my fan. I would call it a fantasy booking of my idea of how we introduce Roman back. So we have all these with everything now. You get all these behind the scenes stuff. You got cameras everywhere. What I would like to see, again, it's just a fantasy, is we see someone's random cell phone at a hospital recording Paul Heyman. So let's say Paul Heyman's in the hospital bed. Also, you see this shadow of long, crinkly hair come in, whisper something in his ear, and then walk out. We don't know who it is. You never see his face, but everybody say, "Oh, that's Roman." Basically, almost saying, "Hey, I'm gonna take care of this for you. Let that be off maybe another week, and then whenever Roman decides to come back, then have that kind of plan. Whenever the new Bloodline's out in the ring, have that pop up on the Tron, and then Roman's music hits."
No,
that's what I would do.
What if they did it like this though? It's too late, but would have been dope. This would have been. It just hit me thinking about your hospital thing, but it's gonna kind of give you the what's that, the Avengers thing,
the end game jump,
end game or whatever, where they lifted him into the ambulance and stuff like that, and his phone fell off.
Oh yeah,
and then you look
Jackson called,
and then it's saying calling Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
that would have been so hard if that would have happened.
Yeah.
But I think still, regardless, he's gonna be out for a little bit. But when he comes back, I don't think he's coming alone.
No, because I think if the date on the calendar is SummerSlam, you can still get through Money in the Bank. Now I want to say, is Bash in Berlin before Money in the Bank, or is it after? Because they going to Germany.
The Money in the Bank is this weekend.
Well, no. Money in the Bank. Is there another Money in the Bank at
SummerSlam? Okay.
The one that's in Germany. I think it's like Bash in Berlin or something.
Pay-per-view schedule. I just closed it out on my phone. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so we got Money in the Bank, we got Heat Wave, and we got SummerSlam, and then Bash in Berlin is afterwards.
After SummerSlam. Okay, all right. So
it's afterwards.
Yeah, if they're targeting SummerSlam, then I guess Money in the Bank they have to crank it up after Money in the Bank.
No, they're gonna have to. Yeah, they're gonna have to crank it up because you got Bash in Berlin, then you got Crown Jewel, then you got Survivor Series. So if this thing gonna pop off, we starting to push down the hill now and gain this snowball.
And I think ultimately the ultimate event, the Bloodline versus Bloodline will be Survivor Series. But if you want to get, but you still got to get some kind of interaction between the teams and build up the heat between them. So SummerSlam I think it'll be a great time, even if Roman doesn't come back. Maybe Jimmy comes back, and since Jay will already be there, let's say Jay, I don't know, because I kind of want Jay to win Money in the Bank too. So I don't know, he might have some other thing going on. But if Jay is around, I know, but if Jay is around, they both gonna be on the same show. He can see Jimmy pull up. Maybe Jimmy pull up with a chair or sledgehammer or something. He like, oh, what you doing? Like, he won't let his brother go out there by himself. But you force Jay to go out there and help him, and I don't know. We'll see. I am anxious, and I don't want to plan all this stuff if it don't happen. Let me just sit back and watch and see what happens.
I mean, that's what makes it so much better, man. It's the theories and stuff that we can come up with and possibly seeing and stuff, because we've been watching this so long. You know what I'm saying? We've been invested in wrestling for decades, bro. So, I mean, just being able to kind of it even being able to, it's being that good to where you are investing time to try to build your theories and hoping and things and stuff. They got a million ways. They got a lot of ways to come up with how they're going to get this, and I think they won't get it wrong, and people are going to be excited about what happens. But to finish up on that, man, the Wiseman got and like taking a nice little head bump to protect him. He is 50-some years old, but that power bomb through the table, bro, is when I thought that somebody was gonna come out and stop this, bro.
Yeah.
No, Paul took that bump, dog. That was everything, dog. It was everything.
And then he took it, and then he not only did he take it, then he kind of slid down because it almost made like a wrap. He hit it, and then like slid down.
And laid there,
went over there and checked on him. You good?
With his little belly and laying on his little like the penguin, man. That man looked like Danny DeVito on that old Batman, man. How he was laying there. And
they picked it up. He was trying to get his breath together.
I know he was trying. He was bracing. He was like, he didn't know what to expect going through that table, bro. And man, put him through the table, and this storyline continues to build because now we got the old Wiseman is out the way now because we got rid of Jimmy. Jay left and did his thing, and now Paul Heyman, and now I didn't replace everybody. So now everybody knows that there's another Wiseman coming, and we don't know. Yeah, we don't know who it could be. So, man, we got a couple more days, man, to the next SmackDown. I cannot wait. I ain't felt like this since I was in high school, bro, when I was watching wrestling and stuff, and you were looking forward to Monday nights.
Oh, yeah, doing the Attitude Era, Monday Night Wars,
it's crazy. So we had some more qualifying matches. LA Knight, Naomi, and Tiffy Time qualified for the Money in the Bank, man. Which one of you, just kind of go through those matches if you want to, and just kind of get your opinion on. Well, I didn't think LA Knight was going to win, to be honest, because they got the Logan Paul program and stuff going on right now. So I'm like, who else was in that match they could possibly? Santos Escobar. I knew I just figured it was going to be Santos to give him a little bit of a push, but they gave it to LA Knight, and I think that eliminates two people in that match to me that I know that may not win, and that's Drew and LA Knight because they got other stuff going on.
Yeah, well, Drew doesn't need it, and unless and I can see Logan Paul kind of screwing LA Knight out of that. Maybe he interferes because, again, one thing about a ladder match is no disqualification. So Logan Paul can come out there and beat down LA Knight to keep him from winning their briefcase. So.
Right. That's why I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying.
We'll get to this when we talk about all the other people that qualified. One thing I noticed about the people that's in this match, there's really no, outside of Drew, but Drew's not going to win it. There's really no quote-unquote main eventers in it. It's mostly mid-card people. You think about men and women both.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that because it's giving somebody that we really don't know going in who's going to win either one of those matches. It's usually as an odd favorite, but I like the fact that it's wide open.
Oh, I like that too, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that gives people, certain people know. We know that some people need it, and then certain people do not need it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what. Even though I feel like LA Knight does, he could use it. I think that would, people would be excited about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I would say this: LA Knight is closer to winning the United States Championship as opposed to the WWE or the World Title. So with the Money in the Bank, everybody's gonna expect him to go after the World Title. So he can knock off Logan Paul as early as the next pay-per-view to be U.S. champion. So.
Okay, but yeah. So let's see. Tiffy, she got out, even though I was rooting for Candice LeRae. I was rooting for Candice LeRae, but it was Tiffany, but it was fine.
You got your you got your underdog in there already, which is Chelsea Green. We'll talk about that on Raw.
There you go.
Because honestly, Tiffany Stratton is the one that I think is going to win, but we'll see how that goes. I can see her walking around with a pink briefcase.
Yes, and I think that's what's going to happen. If we go through, so the matches and stuff is final. We got Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. Io and stuff, she just had it last year, and
Io doesn't.
Lyra is upcoming stuff, but
even though they like her, I don't think they're gonna push it that far.
No, they can let her continue to fight for it. Chelsea, like you said, is the underdog. Then you got Tiffany, who, like you said, is the odds-on favorite, but I'm still picking the underdog in Chelsea Green. That will set their place off if she does. You got Naomi, and then you got Zoe Stark.
Yeah, Chelsea Green would definitely get a reaction because even when she won a qualifying match, the crowd kind of popped.
Huge pop. Yeah, huge. So, so that rounded up the SmackDown side of things for the Money in the Bank, and that's finalized there. So another thing, man, with Logan Paul and his match, bro, the trolling with Tyrese Halliburton, and then having whatchamacallit that Jalen Brunson, that bro in the guard, that was pure gold, dog.
And I'm glad they, because it's known down. Tyler Halliburton has been to a lot of wrestling shows. I think it's known now, especially on the internet, that he's a wrestling fan. So for him to come in and get involved with that, and I think it was last week or week before last, you saw him on the phone. He was on the phone with Logan Paul, so they put some together as friends. So wasn't surprised when they came out together.
And he got a shirt on WWE.com too.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, the shirt that he has on, what is it, Tyrese 317? Or it was something like that. They're selling those on WWE shop.com. So for them to do that and then bring him there, and then they showed Jalen Brunson and got Jalen Brunson involved in the actual show, I thought that was playing up to the where you were in the playoffs and stuff like that. That was gold, bro.
Did you see the little scuffle about his hand? Everybody worrying about Jalen Brunson's hand.
Yeah,
because he actually posted. He posted himself that his hand was fine. I think it's one of the things where they accidentally stepped on him when he was trying to grab the chair.
Yeah. No, I saw that, and they even kind of showed it where he was pushing off his hand to stand up with the, on his with the hand that was, So, he just told everybody keep cool, booty. They fine. You know what I'm saying? We good. We gonna go ahead and let this thing roll. And what I read also was that may not be the last interaction. They're gonna probably keep that going. So we shall see. We shall see what happened. I think that's pretty much concluded all of the high points from SmackDown. I mean, the matches and stuff are pretty good. The Bloodline stuff pretty much sold the show. Like, we had Naomi and Tiffy qualify in LA Knight, so those pretty much were the matches that we saw. That was about it. I think they're going to do some kind of program with Indy and Jade, because they cost each other their matches and stuff like that.
I think it's more going to be the tag team with Jade and Bianca versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
Yeah,
they're just kind of build them back up as a tag team before they get their titles back up.
Yeah, they're going to get that going. So, that concluded our SmackDown edition, man. It was a great show. And again, like I said, I am looking forward to what's coming up Friday, because that's the Friday before or the going home show for the Money in the Bank. So, very excited to see what's coming out of that. Before we get back into another AEW pay-per-view or whatever, I want to make sure I give a shout out to my guy A1 over at Creative Graphics that has great stuff over there, man. Motivational t-shirts, man, and accessories and stuff coming soon, man. A lot of motivational things. I got this entrepreneur one that I've rocked. I got this DNA one right here, and I'm black. I got this Disrespect the Hustle one. That was dope. I got that one in a black tee as well. Just a good overall brother, man. That's trying to, get his business off the ground. So, man, whenever you guys get a chance, go check out Aaron A1, as I call him, at creativegraphics.com and get your gear today. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and go into some AEW news and notes here. Let's see, you like this one or we like that? What view I want? I'm trying to see. I think we'll rock with this view on this one, man. Back us out a little bit. A little bit more. So, AEW Forbidden Door went on this past Sunday, and I try to dibble and dab into AEW a little bit on what's been going on, and trying to expand my horizon and not be team WWE on everything, because if you like wrestling, you're going to mess with all the promotions and support it and stuff like that, because you never know who's going to come across each program and stuff like that down the line. So just to kind of go through a couple of matches and stuff on the card. So one of the first matches was Hook, Samoa Joe, and Katsuri Sabata, I guess, against Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Jeff Cobb. Chris Jericho has gone under another transformation. So now he's doing this thing called the Learning Tree.
The Learning Tree, yeah.
Yes, and just, hi guys, and it's just weird, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he got Big Bill, or Big Cass, that's who we know him as,
yeah.
And in his group or whatever. So I think Hook and Samoa Joe and the crew did take them out. Hook actually used Chris Jericho on finisher on him.
The elbow,
that little elbow thing or whatever it's called, to get the win or whatnot. Let's see. What's another match that was interesting? And some of the people gave grades and stuff on it. I didn't. Let's see. MJF had a match that was pretty. He went against Hexiero. I think that's what his name was. And I heard that this guy put on the show. I wasn't able to see it, but I saw some clips and stuff. Very, very, very good match from what I heard. But MJF picked up the win there. I like the Young Bucks and Okada, man. Okada is funny to me. Like,
I was saying, look clips of them that you did. Yeah,
like,
funny.
dude,
yeah, it's just
like the Acclaim came out. I think it was the Acclaim came out last week, and they come out and they be rapping and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hitting them bars and stuff like that. So he come out for a little bit, then the sound goes, the microphone goes out again, and so they look to the back. It's Okada on the switchboards and stuff in the back for some reason. I'm like, when he's like, I hit the wrong button, I'm so sorry, and then he has this stale face. It was like, bitches. It's hilarious, man. It's growing on me. I kind of like what they're doing with that, with the Young Bucks and the Elite and this. So they had a trios match against the Acclaim, and Kiroshi Tanashi. Now I am going to, man, I hope he ain't watching, because I'm tearing it up. But the Elite got the dub out of that. Let's see. Brian Danielson defeated Takagi by referee stoppage. I didn't see that match, but they said that match was an A. Didn't get a chance to see that one. Now, I did come in and catch the end of Mina Shirakawa and Timeless Tony Storm. Tony Storm is becoming one of my favorites, bro. What she doing with the Timeless stuff?
Yeah.
Chef's kiss, man. And she's funny.
Yeah.
And not only that is she funny, but she's still that Tony Storm that can wrestle, they can get down in the ring. And this was almost kind of a fight for Mariah May kind of match because Mariah May and Mina were tag team partners, which I learned. I didn't know. I learned this in watching it.
Yeah.
They were tag teams over in New Japan or whatever. So she was kind of caught in the middle, but Toni Storm picked up the win, and they all became cool at the end and did like a little three-way kiss.
That was a kiss was,
yeah, that's what that was. So
cringy.
Yeah. So I think they're going to be some kind of trio now because I think that they squashed it or whatever. So it's going to be interesting to seeing what goes from that. Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre Jr. That was a dope match.
Yeah. I'm still mad that Zack Sabre Jr. never came over to WWE. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic back in the day. I know on the women's side, we met, that's when they did the Mae Young Classics. We met Rhea and Bianca and all them. With the men's version was the Cruiserweight Classic. And Zack Sabre Jr. was in that along with a few more, Japanese, a few more people from New Japan. And Zack Sabre Jr., you guys know that he never signed any long-term deals with WWE. I think he just did that tournament and that was it. But when you talk about from what I know about him, a technician, putting you in different holes, can twist your whole body up like a pretzel, that's what he does. And
that's exactly what he did to pick up the win, bro.
Yeah,
he bent Orange Cassidy into a pretzel, man. Like he was tapping. He couldn't even tap. He just had to shake his head, bro. He had every limb in whatever way and tapped him out. But it was a good. I'd seen his name before. I've been hearing about him, but I forgot totally about that cruiserweight thing, and that's where I probably seen his name from.
Yeah.
So let's see. All right. Putting a little plug out there on X-Men and have people, to holler at us right quick. Let's see the next match that I saw. Oh yeah, the ladder match to crown the new TNT champion. Jack Perry has a belt now. People out here real don't like Jack Perry, bro. Like
he comes off as a real asshole, like in real life. So that's why people don't like him. He has that on screen persona, but people say he's like that in real life too. So that's probably why.
Yeah, they real deal don't like him, so they end up getting him the belt out there. Had some good people in here. One person that's grown on me that I haven't really watched is Mark Briscoe.
Yeah,
he's silly, bro. On the promos, like he had the crowd funny, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he was always that way, even with his brother. They were the Briscoes as a tag team. He was always the one, talking crazy, and the comedian, the funny guy, along with his brother Jay. So
that man is crazy on the mic, bro. That man, it was crazy. So Jack Perry has a belt, and now everybody in the elite has gold.
Now, of course, I have not been watching AEW on a regular. I guess the last TNT champion I thought was Christian. Did he lose it? So, like, who was the last? Like, why was it?
So this was the TNT champion was Edge. Remember when he thought he was 26 jumping off the stage?
So he beat Christian for it. Edge was champion, then he got hurt because when he jumped off.
And he had to relinquish it. That's why we had the ladder match.
Okay. And
now we have a new champion crown. Yeah. Let's see. Mercedes Moné and Stephanie Vaquer. She was the NXT in New Japan Strong Woman champion, and I think they have history because, if I'm not mistaken, she beat Mercedes Moné for that belt in the tournament or whatever, or Mercedes had the opportunity to wrestle for it because she got hurt or something.
Right.
Like
well,
that.
I think they had a tournament, and I could be wrong, but I know the finals for that tournament was Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale. So maybe Moné beats Stephanie to get to the finals. Maybe that's where the history is, because that's where Mercedes Moné got hurt. Willow won the title, and then that's when she was basically gone. Mercedes was gone for months until she came back in time with AEW. So.
Okay, so pretty decent match from what I seen or whatever. Monet ended up taking the strap, so she Mercedes two belts.
Yeah.
Mercedes two belts, and that opens her up to different competition from New Japan and from AEW. So that was dope there, but that was overshadowed by Dr. Britt Baker DMD is back in the building. I've been wondering where she's been, man, and for her to come back, I think that's going to add a little bit more to this women's division and stuff, which Tony Khan said was one of the best in the business.
Yeah. I think the NXT women's roster got this one beat. But anyway, that's a hot take.
Okay, that's a totally hot. That's an orange white hot take.
But I'm glad Britt Baker's back. And I'm glad she's back wrestling. I actually wanted her to go to WWE, but hey, I think she's gonna be over there as long as her husband Adam Cole's over there. Because I actually want both of them back over in WWE, but which I don't. Well, let me backtrack. I don't think they're actually officially married yet. I think it's just dating. But yeah, I'm glad she's back, and so it does open up that women's division and put some more competitive spirit and competition is the word I'm trying to use.
Right. No, I get it. I'm with you. So anything that's going to help that, because you got some people, there right now that's pretty good, and Tony Storm is running things right now, but yeah, man, that Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné thing down the line possibly gonna be something nice. So can't wait to check that out. John Moxley and Nato. Did he bleed this match? Didn't see it. Okay. I left by that time. Cut it off by that time. But I know that Nato won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship back from John Moxley, because Moxley had that one. He won that. I guess about a month ago, 2 months ago, or something like that. It's been a minute or something like that. But yeah, he was able to get the belt back or whatever. So then we go to the last match of the evening, which is one that I wanted to see because I always find it a joy to see Will Ospreay in the ring. Yeah. And he went against Swerve. And we knew, these guys have wrestled before or whatever, so they knew each other pretty well. And it was a really, really, really good match. A lot of good spots. A lot of close calls too, man. When you thinking the match was over, man, it was a kick out here and a kick out there, man. It was crazy.
That's one thing about AEW. I can't really say I necessarily hate it. I can't say that I like it either, but the false finishes. Everybody doing their finishing, and you kicking out of it 2 or 3 different times. After about the second time kicking out with somebody finishes, I kind of lose. Okay, so you just gonna win with a clothesline? Like what? Why should the third finisher be the one to finally beat you? So
what people are saying that because a lot of people were saying they made him look stronger, and I guess that's what kicking out of these finishers and stuff like that, making you look strong in a match or whatever, because he had to hit you with so many of them to put you away, just like how they did with the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. Yeah. I think Undertaker took like 25 F5s in that match, and I think he did like 4, to be honest with 4 or 5, and he was able to finally defeat Undertaker. But that's what they did with Will Ospreay. Both of them used each other's moves, I think, or tried to. I think Swerve hit Ospreay with the hidden blade a couple of times. Yeah, and was able to hit his finisher and stuff, and was able to go ahead and win to retain the title. But hey, Swerve is, man, like people was talking crap, man, talking about he was going to be a transitional champion, and Swerve is not going to do this, and Swerve not going to do that. But that man has been putting on quality matches. He is a champion, and I think people need to address that man as such, bro.
Yeah. He did what he needs to do in the ring to win that championship and to retain that championship. Is just it's a lot of us wrestling fans that just don't like his out of the ring stuff. But that's a whole nother stuff.
Yeah, they said something about that too. Because what was the pit? Did you see the picture with him and Mercedes Moné? And he had put something like they not like us.
Right, yeah.
And it was like she was like somebody had posted was like, no, he don't like us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, I gotta do some more research into that with Swerve, man. And I think it's just everybody, man, probably taking it too far.
Yeah,
right. So I'll see. What was that?
I thought you had a new like a commercial break music playing.
No, I don't know what they did. Oh, that was a website that John just came on. Wow. Okay then. Well, that was brought to you by randommusic.com.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
before
pretty
we
dope.
Go ahead.
No, I said pretty dope pay-per-view from the matches I did watch, and then some of the highlights that I did go back and watch. One day I will sit through a whole pay-per-view. I promise I will try and do that and not be picky. But they have like 37 matches, and
right,
the pay-per-view for like 4.5 hours.
Yeah,
so
because you just went over the matches that were actually on the show. I want to say they had like 2 or 3 like kickoff matches.
No, bro, they had like 5.
Yeah, so it's like
they had 4 or 5 pre-show matches, bro.
Yeah.
So the whole AEW experience is longer than the Roots series, pretty much. And whatever works, people love it. I'm going to support it and watch it as much as I can as well.
Yeah. Before we transition to this, so I saw some. I guess I didn't know. I don't keep up with the WNBA like season, so I guess they're coming up on their All-Star break. So they said Angel Reese just found out that she made the All-Star team. So I'm curious to see if they're gonna put Kaylin on the team.
Oh, they did.
They did already. Oh, you already did.
I already looked for it. I already looked for it. Caitlin Clark did make it, and they're going against the Team USA, and it's going to be popcorn because on both sides, everybody about the man, like Caitlin's side is going to be like, we're going to show y'all why I should make the team. And then on the Olympic side, they're going to be like, I'm going to show y'all that why she shouldn't have made the team. So, and the All-Star game is here in Phoenix, and they already sold out. So I'm not going to be able to go unless I find some at the last minute or whatever, because I would like to be in the building for that one, but that's going to be kind of spicy. All right, so the next show we're going to get into, man, is WWE Raw. Yes, and we already know what time it is. We're going to start off like we always do, ladies and gentlemen, the judgment days of our lives. Another episode that is burning up the TV ratings and having sponsors jumping in for commercial breaks left and right. Let's go ahead and jump into it, man. We got small cracks forming in the Judgment Day, and started off with Damian Priest and Dom coming back to the clubhouse, man, talking, and Dom back there lying, bro. You talked to Liv? Yeah, I talked to her. Everything is okay.
No, it's not because I talked to Liv.
I talked to Liv, and she didn't say that.
Yeah, I talked
to Rhea. Yeah, Rhea Ripley. I talked to Rhea, and she is not happy. Oh man,
yeah,
crazy. And then they trying to, and then there's more little things that making it seem like he, running over to Liv. He's just like, man, you starting to sound like my daddy. Like, oh damn. So now your dad is a deadbeat though. So now I'm starting to sound like, bro, like. So you got that going. She in the clubhouse chilling. Finn and Priest get back and get into a verbal altercation or whatever, and they're not seeing eye to eye on some things, especially after the comment that Priest made last week that I don't need them, they need me. I like how he cleared it up, because after he cleared it up, I was like, oh, okay, I can see what you're saying now. Because last week that was just like, dang, bro, like, like you just really, just crapped on the rest of the group or whatever. But I get what he's saying, because you got belts and stuff, or you got somebody with a belt in your faction, is making you relevant, except for the 24/7 champions he had that they'll just win. Yeah, but you're making him real. Like he said, Rhea had the title and all of it. He had the briefcase, it made us important or whatever. We needed her. And so now that he got they got the belts and stuff like that, now they need each other, he said. But there's still a little riff and stuff.
There was rumors. Now this is before they won the tag titles. There's rumors that Damian could possibly drop the belt to Finn whenever they do split, because Damian will probably be a babyface with Rhea Ripley. The rest of the Judgment Day is going to be healed. So if if Damian Priest is going to be that quote unquote transitional champion, it's not right away, because I think he still holds it at least till SummerSlam. But then you got Gunther out there too, who's guaranteed a spot against him at SummerSlam because of the King of the Ring. So
just don't see them. I don't see Gunther not winning that title. I just can't, unless they pull a huge swerve that would not make any sense, but still make Gunther strong. Is that Gian, what's his name? Da Vinci come back and screw him out of that match because he had him jumped and kicked out of the group.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Other than that, I just think that he's coming out of there the champion, and it'll shock the hell out of me if he doesn't. Even when Seth Rollins came out and did his promo, and Finn Balor came out, and again, more riffs. They went on the same page. Finn wanted to, jump Seth Rollins, and Priest didn't want that. He was like, I can handle my own business and stuff like that. So Priest ended up still hitting the South of Heaven on Rollins, and they, the two got out the ring, Finn and whatchamacallit, and they were talking and stuff. But I still see something there. With that, and we're gonna keep our eye on what's going on with the Judgment Day as they continue to rule the airwaves. Oh no, we can let's see. Where is that? Because I want to talk about the the match with the Zelina Vega and Liv.
Oh yeah. I was gonna break that up too. When the dive out there, and then Dom was on top of Liv.
Bro. Did you see the post she just put out here? She put a post out there on Twitter, like with him on top of her, talking about I think he's coming around. And I was just like, she is crazy.
She should have grabbed him by his waist and pulled him back down.
And she was holding him down. Oh my god.
That's when your girl gets her legs and wraps her legs together. You can't get up.
She was holding him down, bro. This just is crazy. Then in our match, at the end of the match, at her match. No, that happened in the Rey Mysterio match. Yeah. That part happened.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But then at the end of her match with Zelina, she got mad because Zelina hit her boo with a chair. You see in the background, she snapped, and she went and hit a move on Zelina and got the 1, 2, 3 or whatever. And then said at the interview, which is random interviews, they come to the back of the entrance or whatever when they're leaving out and come to interview. She was like, she's going to dedicate all of her wins and everything to her daddy Dominic. And she just rubbing it in, and it's just looking, I don't know why people aren't giving this girl her flowers right now, because she is carrying this program and that title and doing a great job to me. So man, shout out to Liv. Sometimes with on the internet you can't tell what's real and what's not. Like some people are talking about how cringy it is, and they don't like Liv in this character and stuff. Again, she's playing a character. This is not how she is in real life. People need to understand that. But yeah, I'm enjoying her what she's doing. Yep, she's doing a great job there with that. So looking forward to seeing what comes out of that, how this continues to build, because again, things got to start heading downhill, because we all know after the honeymoon season with Mommy, shout out to Buddy Murphy.
Congratulations to
them. Congratulations to them getting married and pissing off millions and millions of guys that think about Rhea. They kind of remind me of when when Jay was Jay was trying to get himself going, and the Judgment Day was trying to recruit him, and Finn was like, "I like you." He was like, "Rhea likes you," and Jay was like, "For real?"
What she say?
And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "For real?" What she say? Yeah. That was crazy. But yeah, man, shout out to the newlyweds. But once that's over with, yeah, mommy coming to get you, Liv, and we talking about a pop when Roman get back.
Oh yeah, that's why it needs to be separate. They need to. Whenever they decide to do it, her and Roman don't both need to come back the same day.
This is my brutality pop off. That place is going to go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna go nuts, and it, like we said, I think somebody said in the one of our things last week or the week before that, it's going to be with Dominic being in a compromising position, where he's going to be just about to finally give in to Liv, or he does, and that's when Mommy comes back and all hell is going to break loose. So, Y6 still making their presence known on WWE Raw now. We now clearly know that they are coming after Chad Gable.
And I told you before, they bring up the word family a lot, and they've been bringing it up in both interviews with Bo Dallas. Even Chad himself said that my family left me. So they keep bringing that family in. Chad.
Yeah, no, I got that. That's exactly what I got out of those videos, because we got another video. Sister Abigail brought us another VHS, top of the line, high quality tape, to get us another video with Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy, and how I like how they kind of edited, basically saying that we are one, fading him out and fading him into one, which is basically saying that I am Uncle Howdy and stuff like that. So I like how they've been doing that or whatever. So so let me see. Jimmy, was it Jay Uso was out there. Gable came out because he was talking about how he was gonna win Money Bank, because I was trying to figure out why Jay was out there. But they got the scrapping. Each of them beat up on each other for a little bit, and Gable got out the ring, and then all of a sudden we heard the lights and stuff cut off, and that's when we were introduced to it was 3 more members that was out there. I think it was Rowan, Dexter, and Gacy. They showed their silhouettes and stuff like that. And so Gable got away. The funny thing here, and what I learned on Twitter, was
Jeanette.
Jay hid under the ring. That was crazy. Like, cause every time they come out, it's like, remember, this is the second time they didn't came out while Jay got his music going and all that other stuff, and he just, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
It's the second time that it happened. This time he hid under the ring, and he, it was a fan video or whatever. They caught him. He came back out and said something. He was like, "Are they gone yet?"
Yeah.
That's one dude that cannot be serious. Back when the Bloodline was going, when they had Sami Zayn and stuff like that, Sammy used to stay.
Oh yeah,
breaking
him.
Jay, he cannot be serious, bro. My thing is when Brock Lesnar drove that forklift into the car
and was crushing the car. Yeah, he was
laughing. Why was he?
And trying to hide his mouth when you laughing.
You can't hide it, bro. What were you laughing at, bro? He's trying to kill you.
He's trying to kill you.
What are you laughing? Even when Roman was fighting him or whatever, he had the main face and was saying something. He was laughing the whole time. You have to go to YouTube and watch Jay Uso being broke. His character being broke. There's so many instances, bro, where he didn't broke character because he's just not serious, man. He is not serious. But yeah, so Y6 are still there. Again, I want them to be careful with it because I don't want it to become stale. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, they're going to attack Gable again. This time in somewhere where we'll be able to see it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to introduce him to their fun house, because I did notice in the video that they are taking the video in
Those interviews are in the fun house.
and those interviews are in the fun house.
Mhm.
So I want them to kind of make sure they do it right, because a lot of people are concerned that Triple H is going to mess this Y6 stuff up. I don't know. But we shall see, man. We shall see. Money in the Bank, last few spots were claimed Drew McIntyre and Zoe Stark. I'm a Dakota Kai fan. I push for Dakota, man. I saw a video of Dakota. She was moved to tears pretty much because she wants an opportunity. Yeah, I think that people need to give her. And I just knew that this was going to possibly be her chance until I thought about one thing. Io Sky already in it. And when they hit me during the middle of the match that Io was already in there, I knew Dakota was losing. But they need to go ahead and push her. She's decent on the mic. She's decent in the ring, has some good skills and stuff like that. But man, Zoe Stark though, like I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think if you just look at the people that are on TV, her and Shayna Baszler are pretty much on TV every week, so it's gonna be one of them two.
Girl showed back up this week too, bro. Did you see it?
Who?
Gosh, Sonya Deville was back there in the back by the trucks talking to Zoe Stark
in the background.
And Shayna came and got her and pulled her away from while they was back there talking about the trucks again. So I just asked about Shayna, and there she go, pops up in the background and stuff. I always gotta pay attention to the background, cause Triple H and stuff. He know what he be doing by sending us little subliminal messages and stuff back there or whatever. But let's get to what we talked about earlier, Drew McIntyre. That's one of my two people. Like I said, that he don't need the belt. He doesn't need it. And everybody thinks that he's going to get screwed out of it. I'm half and half on it though, Q, because the theory, I think if you said it or somebody else said it, he's been screwed over with the Money in the Bank thing. Why not let him win it and let him get an opportunity to take the bet off somebody and screw somebody else over?
Yeah.
I get that theory. I'm cool with that. But the other hand is, this is just another opportunity for Punk to come and pour more gasoline on this feud that's hot right now by screwing him out of the Money in the Bank. But another theory they said that I said I'm a fanboy out if it happened. My wife is gonna be mad, but if AJ Lee show up, if AJ Lee show up, bro, and pull Drew off that ladder or do something, man, I'm going to lose it, bro.
You know what? It's crazy. This would be the time she would come because he has that bracelet that has her name on it and the dog's name on it.
Exactly, dog. And you see Drew McIntyre, this Drew, man, give him a belt. I'm not gonna be mad at it. He taking pictures of social media with his wife and his family with the bracelet on in view. It's the kayfabe is real, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bro, like
Drew been doing that for a minute, so yeah, I ain't mad at him.
This is gold, bro. Like, man, Drew McIntyre is a heel's heel, but he really ain't, because I still see him high-fiving people and stuff. So he kind of in the middle. He really has a point about some of the stuff that he says, though.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's why a lot of people straddle the fence when it comes to Drew McIntyre, and I like exactly where he is, and he's doing a great job right now. Going back to, let's see, I forgot to mention this when we was talking about Jey Uso. The intro that they did when he was coming in, that was dope.
Oh yeah,
shooting it from the crowd and stuff like that, and then having, because I guess that's going to be his thing now or whatever. But I'm just glad that we ain't got no dumbass people that just try to tug them, and all the other stuff, and it flows and stuff like that, man. Because most people are a fangirl, a fanboy out and try to take a picture and hug and all that stuff, and you messing up the shot, and you about to get kicked out of the.
I didn't see the whole. I didn't see the whole interest, but I think I saw something where I think the similar thing did happen where the crowd kind of pushed him away from where he was actually supposed to jump over the barrier, so he had to jump over the barrier, so he had to go back around to get to where the spot he's supposed to be in.
Because he totally went right past where he was supposed to. And was like, dang, okay, let's go back, hit my music, and that it. But that was pretty dope entry. Final Testament and New Day feud still building and stuff like that. Karrion Kross is looking better. Me and your girl that what's her name on X that you say that I interact with?
Lovely Laveau.
Lovely Laveau. Shout out to Lovely Laveau. She was putting something out about Karrion Kross that caught my attention because I feel the same way. Karrion Kross in the Final Testament is like raisins in a potato salad right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like unseasoned food right now. Yeah, they're there's just, we don't know like what it is about Karrion that people do not care about. Yeah. And she mentioned some things, and I come in and go back and forward or whatever with that. But he looked better this time. This thing with the New Day, I guess a lot of people are trying to use the New Day to kind of take that next step up into, relevancy or whatever. So the Final Testament did look good. We know we're gonna see AOP versus the New Day maybe when Kofi gets back, because it looks like this move was supposed to put him out
with the shoulders
right now or whatever. This move that he had. So I'm starting to try to come around on Karrion Kross because he came in with so much promise. He did good. He did really well at NXT. And then when he got up, they just kind of they didn't know what dropped the ball or whatever. Because like I said, like I told Lovely, he went and dropped that time thing at Roman feet one episode of SmackDown. Mm-hmm. We ain't hear nothing else from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which was like, I was excited about that because it was like Roman was getting it from everywhere. You had Karrion Kross there looking at him, and then you had his other matches and stuff that he got going on. So I was like, this is good, you know what I'm saying, for him to have a program to be strong like that, but they dropped it for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And Karrion Kross has just been in this abyss of nothingness, and hopefully this feud with New Day puts the Final Testament over to where next they start fucking around and trying to get with the Judgment Day, and then here we go. Yeah. Because guess what? The tag champs are over there now. AOP.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross. Let's see. What's her name? Damian Priest got a title over there. Yeah. This is stuff that you can possibly see. So, I'm interested in seeing what they're gonna do with that. Gotcha.
But if Karrion Kross is the ultimate reason why the New Day breaks up, it's gonna be a lot of heat. It's gonna be a very hated man. Because
a lot of people have tried to do that and they didn't succeed. But now Karrion Kross did.
And side note, and I literally just thought about this. So if I haven't put it in full thought yet, but if you think about it, just think of the time frame. You mentioned something about the New Day being one of the best tag teams out there. Had a nice little run. Similarly, they had that run at the same time the Usos did. So they were the Usos and they were terrific tag. So the success, now Big E did get hurt too. That's you got to factor it in. But the success of the Bloodline is almost diminished New Day, because now you don't have them as feuding as tag teams anymore, because the Usos are doing their own thing with Roman now. So right, very simultaneously when Bloodline went up, New Day went down.
Yeah, and I think because when the Bloodline went up, the Usos, they had the straps, both straps, and the Bloodline was hot, and everybody forgot about the New Day. Yeah. And then obviously Big E hurting himself and stuff like that. That kind of, like you said, that was actually a great analogy of that. And maybe there's no coming back from it. And because a lot of people don't want to see them with the tag titles anymore and stuff. It's not what it used to be. Right. And I think that you don't want to keep dragging stuff into the ground and stuff until it's just big. The kids and everything are gonna like it because it's just but all the wrestling people, I think I'm speaking for myself, I'm just not feeling the New Day anymore. Just not. the song come on, I'm just like, But now this is giving me more to, like I said, I've always said this about Xavier Woods, even before we started talking about it. I'm just like, what about Xavier Woods? Because again, when he was king in the ring, I thought that was going to be his springboard into doing what happened with Kofi and what happened with Big E, but it never happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
Now Karrion Kross gets the opportunity to try to bring that out of him. I think this is perfect. This helps both Karrion and Xavier Woods to go ahead and take care of business and get him an IC title, a US title, or whatever it is that could be in store for him. So I'm cool with that. Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker, they continue their thing. The more and more this goes on, the more and more I'm thinking that Breaker's going to take that title.
Yeah, I think so
Money
too.
in the Bank.
Yeah.
I don't know. At first I was just like, it's going to be a disqualification or Sammy will win some kind of way or whatever, somebody getting involved, but I can actually see Braun Breaker getting the belt at Money in the Bank.
I can see it, and I can see it only because I think ultimately before the year is out, Sheamus is going to have that title. He's going to complete the whole Grand Slam title. That's the one single title that Sheamus has yet to win in WWE. So you can give it to Braun Breaker. I think the crowd would rather see Sheamus beat Breaker as opposed to Sheamus beating Sami. So maybe have Sami Zayn drop it to Breaker and then let Breaker hold it for a couple months, whatever, and then maybe around Survivor Series or I think they do Elimination Chamber too before the year runs out. So you got SummerSlam, then you got Elimination Chamber. I can see Sheamus winning that title, completing the Grand Slam. I guess acolytes, the accomplishments, and that's something that they can pub up and use promoting Sheamus. That's what I think, man.
Okay. Yeah. I think that they might. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. That Sheamus will get his opportunity to actually go ahead and do that and get that title that's eluded him for quite some time with that. So I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. I think we covered everything. It was a dope show, and again, that's just getting us watching it more and more. Looking forward to Monday nights and looking forward to Friday nights and looking forward to these pay-per-views as long as they build them well. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get into our last segment of the evening, which I'm trying to put out here to our folks on X to join us, because we're going to do our Black Four Horsemen debate of the day, which is becoming quite the popular thing because a lot of people have been going to those posts and checking out our debates of the day. So today's debate comes from a Instagram, like they always do, and I asked you, Ms. Q, if you had the opportunity to select one superstar from each column to remove, which one would you pick? And these people will be removed from WWE history.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now, mind you, I did have a dumbass moment because I was like, did they mean row? Because a row is left to right, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And the column is up and down.
Up and down, yeah.
Maybe they mean. I
think they mean row. But I can do column. Let's how about this? Let's do both. So separate.
Okay.
Let's do columns first.
All right, bet. So
right off the top, and
we're gonna do columns, and then we're gonna do
row.
We're gonna do column, and then we're gonna do rows.
Yeah,
based off of that. So we got
row
multiple.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah, I think row is gonna be harder. But now from the column, and I'm gonna explain each one. That first column, I'm dropping Brock Lesnar because the championships outside of the Undertaker moment. What else is really Brock? I mean, granted, he's a powerhouse. He's an attraction, but if you remove him, you're only really eliminating him beating the Undertaker streak and him beating Kofi Kingston in his title reign. Now he was the youngest at the time WWE undisputed champion when he beat The Rock, but we eliminated history. I'm gonna eliminate Brock. The second column, people probably not like this, but it's Cody Rhodes because think about he's at all WWE. So think about his first run. It's kind of not much to talk about in his first run outside of Intercontinental Champion. He won the tag titles with his brother. You had Dashing Cody Rhodes. You had what's another one he used? I forget. Stardust. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Stardust. So outside of that, you eliminate that, and then with the 2 years he's been back, he's won a title, beat Roman. I don't know. We can. I can live without Cody Rhodes. That's why I will eliminate him in the second row. And the last row, to be honest with you, he's more of a movie star now than he is a wrestler. It's Batista.
Easy. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So if I had to do columns, that was, to me, I think that was easy. The rows are going to be a little more difficult though, because I mean, you're looking at a 14-time champion, a 16-time champion on the end. I think Seth has won it, maybe 4 or 5 times. So I would say based just on the compliments alone and lesser compliments, I would get rid of Rollins on that first row.
Yeah, have fun with this one.
Man. You got 2 legends and you got a future legend and Hall of Fame in Roman Reigns. That one's too hard to call. But I can't get rid of Stone Cold because we already talked about without Stone Cold there probably wouldn't be an Attitude Era. And really, I mean, you got the WrestleMania streak. You got just his wisdom in the locker room with the younger people. I really don't want to get rid of Roman. I might have to get rid of Taker. As crazy as that sounds, is it crazy because I don't want to give up Roman? That's only because I don't want it. Because
Taker,
Roman's so, and I will say this: if we look at current body of work, Undertaker's done. So we know what he's done. We don't know yet what else Roman can do. So we're gonna wipe away. We're gonna get rid of the past when it comes to Taker. And again, Batista on the last row for the same reasons. He's more of a movie star now than he is a wrestler. So.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna jump into mine. We're gonna start with the column first, with Randy Orton, Stone Cold, and Brock Lesnar. My first thought was before you said that, I was just going to go with Randy Orton. I was going to get rid of Randy and keep Stone Cold and Brock because Brock is an attraction. Brock ended the streak. He's been a multiple time champion. He's had some pretty decent matches and stuff as well. But that was my first thought until you started talking about what has he done, and that was a good thing. But just for shits and giggles, I'm just going to go ahead and still say I get rid of Randy Orton on that one.
Now, if you get rid of Randy, do we still get Evolution? The Evolution is one of my favorite factions.
Yeah, because you could have put Edge in there and it would have been straight. To me.
No. Actually, you know what? It was actually supposed to be another guy. Mark Jindrak. I don't know if you remember him. He came over from WCW when WWE bought them.
I remember that story.
He was actually supposed to be part of Evolution. So
yeah, I remember that.
Maybe he has a WWE career after that because Randy Orton's gone. They put him in, but what if?
The second column, I agree with you on Cody. I'll take Cody because those top 2, the founding members of the Shield, when they brought the Shield out, that was cold as hell. And they're both gone on to do some great things in there. And Cody built himself in the Indies and worked his way up. And I think it was too little, too late for this argument for us to put him in this right now. So we were living without Cody Rhodes beforehand. I think we would be able to live without him now. So on that second column. The third column, Dave Bautista. That's easy. Moving on. Now, if I'm going left to right now, and it's Randy Orton versus Seth versus John Cena, I'm going to pick Seth Rollins. I'm going to keep Randy, and I'm going to keep John Cena. The middle one is I'm not with you on that. I'm getting rid of old Roman Reigns on this because it's Taker and it's Stone Cold.
Okay.
Taker, I mean, Survivor Series, scary Taker to motorcycle bad American badass to like Mr. WrestleMania, man. Like that's what Taker is. And just going off of what we see now, I'm going to have to pick Roman Reigns on that particular row. And then obviously the last one is still Batista. We cool on that. So those. I mean, like I said, when I saw it, I was like, they said columns, and columns mean up and down. And most people would probably sit there and be like, well, they meant rows, and they would have went left to right. But we went on ahead and knocked out both and put our stamp on what we think that would happen with it. That was pretty interesting. Some hard choices there, except for Dave Bautista. If you put Ric Flair right there, then it'd be different.
Shout out to Batista. He got another movie coming out. I think I saw a trailer a couple days ago where he's an assassin, where he works a lot of assassins, and I think a bounty is put on his head for misunderstanding. I'm not gonna spoil what's in the trailer, but it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good movie. What was the name of the movie about the assassins all trying to kill each other?
Expendables?
No, they were assigned assassins, or hired assassins.
I don't remember.
I can't remember that. But it was a good movie. But it's one of the things where there was some kind of price on somebody on a particular person's head, and everybody was trying to get after that person. Of course, if everybody after the money, you may have to knock out a few folks themselves to get to the money. So it's kind of like that.
No, when you see it, send it to me because I do want to try to check it out. I be trying to find stuff new to watch and stuff nowadays.
This is an older movie, but I'll see if I can remember the name of it.
I mean, hey, everybody had that random Saturday afternoon when nothing popping off, or early Saturday morning where you be looking for something, especially now, man, because although I mess with baseball and stuff like that, they don't show my Braves out here, so I'm not always watching it. So there's nothing really to watch during the afternoons and stuff until college football come back. And then when college football come back, the NFL is coming back. Shout out to them Dirty Birds. And
speaking of NFL, as I totally forgot, Hard Knocks dropped tonight. You got Max, HBO. They're doing the Giants this season.
No, I can bring it up though some kind of way with my friend of a friend of a friend of a friend connect. So I'll be able to probably pull that up, and check it out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so hey, look, we done, man. We out, we in and out. Man, went over some great.
Well, go ahead. I was good too because I was getting sleepy in here.
No, he good.
Stop
went over a couple of great TV shows, man, in the pay-per-view they were able to cover. Didn't get a chance to watch NXT yet. It hasn't come on out where I'm at. It's actually on now, so I'm gonna check it out. And if there's any things that we want to bring up, we'll check it out on episode 13, man. But look, don't forget to go to our social channels, man. Instagram, X, Facebook. On Facebook, subscribe, share, like it. Save it. I don't care. Do what you got to do. Remix it and make us look good and build those subscribers up, man. We're trying to get be at least 100 by the new year and stuff like that, and more. We're trying to make this thing pop off. So, man, tell your friends about us. Tell everybody about your loved ones. Send a balloon up to those that we have lost, and send them up to the angels and have them send their blessings down to have them follow us. Whatever it is, we're trying to get this Black Four Horsemen page popping, baby.
Right. On YouTube, hit the notification bell so you'll know when we post stuff, when we go live, so you can join us in this conversation.
Yep. Because we love to read the comments and hear people and read what they have to say and stuff like that. And that's engagement, and that's how we get more views and stuff like that. So don't forget to comment and all that other stuff. Without that being said, man, we out this thing, man. We shout out to our other 4 horsemen, man, that's out there right now. They weren't able to make it today, but we'll have them back on the saddle again next week. I'm your host, Ricky Fontaine, my boy Q, man, 4 horsemen. We out this thing, baby.